Jerry has had the habit of waking up before his alarm went off every day for the past 42 years. He heads to work for the last day at a cornflakes factory and he gives a long presentation using his math skills to the management, but they ask him to take it easy since he's retiring that day. That night, Jerry's family throw him a retirement party, but Jerry doesn't like the thought that he has to stop working and lays around after working for over 40 years. Jerry first offers to help his wife Marge with the house but is turned down immediately since he has been running a system for all these years. So Jerry offers to help his son with his construction business, but he doesn't like the idea either. They tell him to take it easy and enjoy his golden years, and even the neighbors join in advising Jerry to do so. Jerry's granddaughter butts in at this point and says it's about time to show him. Jerry is surprised that they have something for him. They tell Jerry to close his eyes and take him out to give him his retirement gift, a fishing boat. A month goes by and Jerry follows his routine to get coffee from Leon's store, where he solves the Sudoku on the paper. Next, he waits for his appointment time to meet his accountant Steve, but he comes out to get Jerry since he has only 6 clients and now has become an online travel agent. Steve asks Jerry to trust him and start investing in stock, but Jerry uses his math skills and light speed calculation to decline his offer and refuses to gamble. Steve accepts his defeat and asks Jerry to take out his boat for a spin. Followed by this encounter, Jerry takes his boat for a ride, but when he gets down to reel his boat in the river, his truck gets pulled in. The truck is more important, so of course he had to save it. And as Jerry rushes to save his truck out of the water, the boat half-reeled gets dragged to the road and this damages the motor. Jerry releases his stress on the boat but leaves zero damage. An angry Jerry now visits Leon's store to get some coffee, where he listens to Leon explaining to a lady at the counter about the roll down on the windfall lottery. As Jerry sits down to drink his coffee, he notices the windfall flyer on the table. He takes a look at it and finds a bunch of numbers on the backside. Since Jerry loves math stuff, he starts to get serious with his calculations on the napkins and he rechecks the rules with the calculations he had done and looks up as if he figured something out. He immediately goes to Steve and mentions that there is a loophole in the lottery calculations, but Steve refuses to believe his theory. So Jerry drops by the bank to withdraw $2,000. That night he couldn't sleep at all and he wakes up before his alarm as usual. He drives to a store outside his town and buys windfall tickets for the whole $2,000. When he goes home to check the lottery winners, Marge comes back after shopping for groceries and sees that Jerry is acting strange. The next day, Jerry checks his tickets to find that he made less than what he bought. That evening, Jerry and Marge are playing cards with their neighbors, but Jerry is totally out of it. After the neighbors leave, Marge asks him about what's happening and she cannot wait it out with him right now. Jerry doesn't tell her about the lottery. Instead, he tells her that everyone thinks that his life is over. Marge tells him that he still can do whatever he can and that there is good times as much as bad ones. Jerry realizes something out from Marge and runs inside shouting that he is a dummy. The next day, Jerry goes to the bank and withdraws $8,000. Right away, Jerry goes to buy the lottery tickets for the whole $8,000 and the store lady thinks that he's really a weirdo. Later, Jerry and Marge have their lunch with their neighbors, and as they mention someone losing thousands of dollars in the lottery, Jerry starts choking on his food. That happened, but Jerry gets back to check the tickets he bought earlier. He is shocked by what he won, and later we see Jerry hiding bundles of cash inside a can of popcorn. In the night, Jerry and Marge host a barbecue party for their family, their neighbors, and their accountant Steve. Jerry goes inside to get the chicken, only to notice his granddaughter Lizzie taking the popcorn can. Jerry freaks out and tries to get the can from her by offering her Oreos instead. But Lizzie says that he ate them all already. So Jerry takes the can inside the pantry and hides the cash in a cereal box. After everyone leaves, Marge asks Jerry if he had something to say. Jerry feigns ignorance, but as Marge points out the pantry, Jerry comes out to tell her that he's playing the lottery, but a surprised Marge says that she wanted to ask about the empty bag of Oreos that Lizzie spoke about. Jerry reveals that he did the math and he won about $15,000 and hid the money in the cereal box. Marge is shocked to the core on hearing all this. He says that he found a flaw in the game and decided to play. Marge asks him why he didn't tell her. Jerry says that he felt silly and since they don't have much to retire on, he didn't want to worry her. Marge goes to say that she has waited over 40 years to be just them and now that they got the time, she wants to spend it together even if it is playing the lottery. So the next day, Jerry and Marge go to Leon's shop to get the ticket, but Leon says that he doesn't sell them anymore and mentions that if someone wants to play, they have to go to Massachusetts. The couple then go to Steve to work out their budget and plan for buying the tickets from Massachusetts. After listening to the whole thing, Steve wants in their plan for $1,000. The next day, Jerry wakes up late to see Marge in a frenzy, preparing for their trip to Massachusetts. With how Marge is preparing, Jerry feels like they are going to rob a bank. After getting ready, they leave their town, Ewart, and reach a random store in Massachusetts. They meet Bill and ask to buy lottery tickets for $16,000. Bill says that the machine prints 1,000 tickets an hour, so they will be here all day. So Marge jumps in to print the ticket and they reach the motel at night. First, they watch the results on TV and start checking the tickets one by one. They stay up all night and Jerry calculates that they made $21,043. Jerry anxiously cashes in the tickets and at this point Marge pops the question, are they the only ones who knows about the loophole in the lottery? So we had to move to Harvard University where Eric sees Taylor not working on their project and instead working on the lottery. After Eric leaves, Tyler comes across the windfall flyer and starts working on it. Coming back, Jerry and Marge are on their way home. Marge tells him to pull over and tells Jerry that she thinks that Jerry is destined to stay here all these years and now he can help the people in this town using his math skills since the more they bet, the more the odd. In agreement, they go to Steve with the idea of starting a corporation, wanting to bring in everyone in town to win the lottery. Steve helps out with the papers and they immediately pitch in the idea to everyone they know and explain that they invest by buying a share of their company, GS Investment Strategies, for $500 and they get a profit from the lottery prize money. Jerry and Marge inform their kids about the lottery and Lizzie offers to draw a logo for the company. Later, Jerry and Marge go to buy more lottery tickets for a whopping $40,000. They pitch in about their company and Bill totally buys it. After printing the tickets, they reach the motel to check the ticket. In the morning, Bill runs in to inform Jerry and Marge that the winning amount just came in and the prize money is about $82,000. They start printing the remaining tickets and start checking them as well. At this time, Steve calls worried about the results with the whole group waiting in his office. Jerry reveals that they have doubled it. They all rejoice and Jerry and Marge get in the groove. Visiting the Harvard again, we find Tyler informing Eric that he found a loophole in the windfall lottery and he did a bunch of simulations to check them out. Eric asks Tyler whether he can get the money from his rich father, but Tyler definitely hates that idea. Tyler gathers everyone from the dorm to share his idea and asks everyone to invest their money to win the lottery. Back in Ewart, Michigan, the townspeople share in the profit and invest in changing the whole place. They even decide to rebuild the amphitheater to hold a jazz festival that last took place years ago. Jerry and Marge continue buying the lottery ticket, and as this happens, Eric hacks into the state lottery and figures out there is another group out there winning big. He explains to Tyler that this is why the prize money is not big. They figure out with the amount won, the group must be still there printing tickets. At this time, Marge is printing the tickets at Bill's store and Jerry comes in with a music player and wine and asks Marge to join him for a dance since it's their anniversary. As they are dancing, Eric and Tyler come in interrupting. They say that they are running their own betting group in Harvard and tells them to back off. Jerry tells them that they can do whatever they want and asks them to leave since they are disturbing their anniversary celebration. In the following days, we can see that everyone's lives have changed for the better. On the next day, before Jerry heads off to buy the lottery tickets, he runs into Tyler waiting for him in Leon's shop. Tyler threatens Jerry that he will hack all their accounts and take the money and ruin everyone's life. Hearing this, Jerry is shaken and decides to drop out from buying any more lottery tickets. Jerry heads home, informs Marge about what happened, and later that day, he addresses everyone else, apologizing that they have decided to stop playing. Jerry's son follows him out and tells him that all his life Jerry has loved math and finally he can use what he loves to help all these people. So he cannot back off just because some Harvard kid blackmailed him. Tyler and his friends go buy lottery tickets and Marge waits waits for Jerry to make a decision. She tells him that she always loved how Jerry never gave up on something until he found a solution, and he should not stop now either. Jerry changes his mind and they both reach Bill's store to find him waiting for them. After the roll down happens, Tyler gets pissed that Jerry did not back off. He tells Eric that they can hack the system and change the roll down date. The following day, Bill informs Jerry and Marge that they missed the roll down. Jerry leaves immediately and heads to Harvard. Tyler feels happy that he got one over Jerry. Jerry asks him while all his friends are helping Tyler get rich, how is he helping them? Hearing Jerry's words, the others in the dorm come to realize the truth of what they are doing. Jerry exits the dorm, leaving them speechless. Jerry and Marge decide to meet with the Windfall management, and Jerry opens up about the loophole. And even though it's being used like this, since Windfall made millions, they did not care about who's doing what. When questioned, Jerry asks them to arrange for the website to show the size of the jackpot, so that will make the game fair for everybody who's playing the lottery. The Windfall team agrees to their request. As Tyler enters the dorm, he finds that only Eric sitting there to inform him that no one wants to do this anymore. At this time, Maya from the Boston Global News receives the list of winners and notices Tyler's name on the list too. The next time Jerry and Marge go to buy lottery tickets, they see that the Windfall machines are taken out. They run inside and Bill informs that his license is suspended because of an article. Jerry takes the paper to see an article about Tyler using the loophole and him being a famous person's son. The article blew up and the lottery had to take action. Marge and her daughter watch the news, mentioning that the last Windfall game winners will be declared on that night. Marge says that she is happy that Jerry finally got his chance to use his gift to help people, and as she looks out the window, we see Steve dropping by to invite them to the shareholders meeting that night. Jerry and Marge head over to only get surprised seeing the jazz festival happening. They walk in as the townspeople applaud, and Jerry feels sad since they never got to play the final lottery. His son reveals that everyone in town went all around the state to buy tickets. Only then does Jerry see the boxes full of lottery tickets driven in. The festival soon begins and everyone starts dancing. Jerry and Marge decide to leave in the middle as they could not wait to check the ticket. How much do you think they won that night? That is it for the movie, guys. Let me know your answer in the comments, and I'll see you again with another recap like this. Until then, this is your host from Movie Recap signing off. Thanks for watching.